we have to be very mindful due to the fragility of the B category. None of these can upset the B category because they're finally sticking. It's either above or below. What are your thoughts?
All I can think of is Nicolas Cage going, bees!
No, that was Tommy Boy. You got the wrong movie.
No, he's the Wicker helmet. Bees, not the bees!
Wicker Man and Tommy Boy, actually.
Tommy Boy, you would also go, I guess
Are those the two best B scenes?
Bees! Bees, not the bees!
Yeah,
Can you cut in, actually, Tommy Boy? Like, can you put that in to the actual video?
Only if we're going to risk YouTube strikes.
We're going to get YouTube strikes, for sure.
What? What's a YouTube
Copyright strikes.
You
put in the things where other people made the things, and then they yell at you, and they tell
not if you embed it.
Yeah, no. Well, you gotta flip it around backwards and slow it down by 15%.
Phil, you're not busy. Do you do that while the
yeah, you got the intro to do that. So next on Ugly Thirds.
Next on Ugly Thirds.
Yeah.
It's YouTube to MP4, Phil, and then you just drop it in the little line.
There's an MP4. What happened to YouTube to MP3?
Oh no, we're almost on 5.
I think, isn't that a firearm?
Ugly Thirds presents new 2024 jerseys ranked deep dives part 2. Wow.
John and Shrems, take it away.
It was a meaty title still. What you got
No
there?
one went and edited anything.
What you got there, fella?
Well,
Careful.
The greatest of technologies, where we are ranking all the new jerseys introduced in the 2024-25 hockey season, because Phil went and bought them all like a lunatic. So this is our second year doing this segment. We looked at all the team rebrands, and now we're going to look at the specialty jerseys. And it does turn out that all of them kind of are good, but not great.
Fine. They're fine.
They're fine.
Yeah. But we have some bangers in this one.
So, Phil, why don't you zoom if you can?
Oh, it works.
So, leading off our list somehow...
Number
okay.
1 or number 2?
Please
Number
take it
1
off of auto zoom.
Or number 2.
Just manual that for a little... Oh, God.
Oh, you want me to get you the bucket? I'm sorry. Number 1 or number 2? We can do this test another time if you're not feeling well.
Is there a balloon I should be looking on at the distance?
You gotta give me a second because the button's on the other side and I can't.
Shall we? We'll get into it. We'll back.
I'm trying not to hurl.
We'll backtrack.
If you're gonna spew into this.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Now zoom a bit.
Number 1. Or number
He used
2.
to run camera at hockey games. Okay. So in the B category,
and the product on the ice was what?
starts. Believe it or not, Anaheim is leading our list, followed by the Capitals 50th. The LA Kings in their throwback, don't call it a rebrand. And then Utah. Since we're not at the Mammoth yet, that's next season. So the Utah Hockey Club...
Move the board, John. He's not moving the camera. He's on his Union 15.
The Utah Hockey Club is there, and then the only one sitting further down... John giveth, John taketh away. The Anaheim white is trash because of the gold that touches orange, and no one can decide if there's too much or too little orange with those orange shoulders.
Of course.
Never mind that they all look like traffic cones.
Well, there's a lot of traffic there, so...
True.
Here's where this is going to become problematic for people watching and who are consistent viewers. If they're still watching, which I expect people to turn it off even before it starts. We've been nitpicked about giving preferential treatment to original 6 teams. However,
no, but because we got yelled at for you love original 6 teams, and then we didn't put Montreal in the top 1, and everyone's like, you're wrong.
I gotta unsubscribe.
So,
how do you not give preferential treatment when something like this comes out? Though
it is truly gorgeous.
Yeah.
This impressed me so much. The chain stitching here, all of the details in the crest. Phil, do you want to just like pan across this, like nice and close? Is that as close as you can get?
Well, it's hard to
look closelier. If you know that reference.
Oh, good. You can kind of see it there.
Yeah, you can see the chain stitching going on. Beautiful. It's beautificent.
Maybe just hook up another camera film and we can...
You probably could focus that just a little better, though.
It's one of those things where I've been guilty of...
Oh, we're not done.
Oh, yeah.
We're not done because they put a detail
stunning.
in the back.
So stunning.
Phil, you want to try this again? And I may have you try and focus. Just,
there you go.
Yeah, nice. Focus just a little more.
Maybe a little more. That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Not.
Oh.
You're in a B range.
And that's where I exactly
now you're
was.
At A.
That's exactly where I was.
No, it is not.
Tell us in the comments, folks. Will I find the first time or not?
Don't defend Phil in the comments. So what they did with the stitching, they put all this vertical stitching to look like the pinstripes because they're at Wrigley Field.
Right.
It is subtle. It's not even. It didn't even make it to the sleeve numbers. You didn't have. Is that like Can you even see it there?
No, probably not.
But that's a fun detail, and that's one of the things I've noticed with Fanatics is they like the fun details in number kits, which I'm sure EPS is gonna love.
I've criticized Chicago in the past because they've gotten so many outdoor games. It's like they just phoned it in after a while. They're like, you know what, you get the same thing as last year, but we're gonna tilt the head, 6 degrees and call it different.
Yep.
This was completely out of nowhere. Like this could have been a variation of this right here, and people have been like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no one expected anything good out of
this. This is stunning, and this is.
Is this S tier for you?
Yeah, 1,000%. No, this is 1,000% up here.
Okay.
You are dabbling in.
He's put it above the line.
I put it above the line.
Wow.
There we go. Compensate for it. It was so well done for the event that it was. Like, it's Winter Classic, so you expect top, but that was like beyond expectations.
Yeah, and it really is. I think we all had extremely low expectations for this one. You throw it back on the rack. How about its counterpart?
Ooh.
What city was this from?
That's clearly St. Louis. Do you have the history off the top of your head? Yes, you do.
Yes. As if you. So the St. Louis Flyers are usually they look like the New York Americans. It's all star spangled, and if you did that in blue and gold or gold and white, I don't think anyone would have questioned. It's fine. They didn't. They took a St. Louis Flyers jersey from the 50s, of which I've seen exactly one photo of. And it's this. But why? Like there is nothing fun and charming with this. The only exception maybe is that it's a really good font. That's a great font for a Winter Classic.
I'll give you that.
You buy a blank, you are.
To it.
But
and this is where we have our biggest gripe with teams that don't necessarily have that hockey history that's well documented.
This is the St. Louis Blues, though.
Yes,
they've had bunches of looks since '67.
Yes, but going back further than the St. Louis Blues or Seattle, going back further than the Kraken, which is a couple years old, like we don't have the hockey history that the team, or rather the city, can rally around. Nobody alive today is probably going to remember the St. Louis Flyers. It's from a bygone era. I mean, this has been Blues country for a long time, for 50 years.
Yeah, I really and it's just disappointing that they could have put a logo and a roundel here. It would have matched Chicago better. It would have been a half decent, if not a good jersey. I think if you take the blue note from the Reebok third with the arch in it, and you just put it in these colors, I think we were talking about this one almost as good as Chicago's. And it would have been two jerseys with chest stripes and roundel logos with great number fonts on the back, I don't think we'd have real complaints.
Yeah.
And we, even if it never came up of, oh, it's based on the St. Louis Flyers, who cares, right?
It has a vintage feel to it.
Yeah, it would have, and we played with that when it was released. I was playing in Photoshop as we broadcasted it. Like this,
he was so bored he was photoshopping while we were on
like
air.
This is such a disappointment of a jersey. D or F?
I'm gonna put it in the D range because I feel like you swap St. Louis for the Blue Note and you've got something there.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just really underwhelming.
They didn't fail.
D minus.
Yeah.
Let's stick with the outdoor theme.
Which one you going with? I cannot sing the praises of this enough.
So we go from in terms of outdoor games, the more polished version of the Winter Classic to the more experimental of the Stadium Series.
It usually is futuristic nonsense, chrome everywhere. The Stadium Series, I dare say, looked better than the Classic.
More consistent across the board. Like
Well,
if you average out the two scores. Yeah.
Right. Like if St. Louis was actually good, I might not be able to say that, but I think both of these were stellar when they had no right to be.
Yeah.
This is the best Blue Jackets jersey that's ever been made.
Woo!
I mean, come at me. I don't know what else would possibly. I mean, the Cannon logo's great, but this takes the Cannon and takes it out of its roundel. It's the team colors. There's no vintage canvas to worry about. If Columbus doesn't take this and shrink the Cannon to a normal size, you make a white version of this with the roundel still on it, because you kind of have as we explained with Utah, that you still have the name recognition on the road, right? And that we don't have to get rid of the roundel logo. This CBJ logo is trash. This is the only thing. It's just generic as hell. Go ahead, Phil. I mean, there's nothing
It's the Winnipeg
wrong.
Jets of the.
I mean, it's
Columbus
cross sticks
Blue
and
Jackets.
letters. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, but it's not good. It's not good. You take the current logo with the flag and star, put that there.
There you
That's
go.
a great logo. There is nothing wrong with that logo. Even if people don't really know what it is because they don't know their Ohio flag. Shame on them.
Not a flag. You've taught me that.
It's a burgee.
We try to forget Ohio flags.
Send that hate mail specifically
That's
to Phil.
Phil at uglythirds.com.
My nephew said he wants to go to Ohio State, and I almost had a heart attack.
Speaking of Ohio, the fact that this makes it for the
I
captaincy
like
badges,
this.
I love
like
that.
this. It you can't do it for Detroit because obviously with right, but the fact that Pittsburgh leaned into this with and that Stadium Series with the Keystone, right? Like the little touches here and there.
Yeah, Pittsburgh had a triangle. Philly had a keystone. Like there's a bunch of that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Minnesota with their third.
Sure.
I get a flurry, but I want that A.
Yeah.
And look, the Cleveland Barons had the sleeve numbers in the state outline, and that's a brilliant thing. There's no way to make that really work in this, and so that's enough. That's enough.
You're doing too much at that.
Right. It's enough. This is S tier. This is my favorite of the year. It is a perfect sweater. It is a classic jersey.
John's pick of the year.
Where?
It is. It's absolutely my pick of the year.
Where?
I put it ahead of Chicago. Ooh. I do. Because I would never want Chicago to rebrand to that. I want Columbus to rebrand to this.
There you have it. Show's over, folks.
I can't see.
Are we in like a dead zone or something to where magnetism isn't a thing?
Yes.
Oh, that would explain this then. Okay.
Should see our cell signal.
We had to get a booster.
So let's go with its counterpart.
I can see.
Bye, Phil.
It's good seeing Phil. It took some time to warm up to it. It wasn't until I saw it up close that I gave this jersey the credit it deserves.
It's good. It is a good jersey. You're kidding.
You're gonna pull something. The Scotch tape's not gonna work, and we have to unpeel it and then reapply it.
It's Scotch tape. What comes off?
It's a good jersey.
Yeah.
I'm not running out. Like, I didn't bother buying one. If this became a third or was the basis of a third, which I know Detroit in thirds, this is a place you could actually go, and I don't think anyone's going to complain.
No.
The little Easter eggs, Phil, now that you're done crawling around, you want to zoom in on the Easter eggs of this one?
Maybe.
So that is supposed to represent tire marks. Obviously the Motor City. And you can pan upwards to the numbers. That is supposed to mimic the leather upholstery of automobiles. It's a stretch, and you can have it in the word mark as well.
I'm gonna flip it around because I like what they did with the nameplate here, like visibility, like.
Yeah. So, and then you get the same thing on the back numbers. It's very good. It's very good.
And you got the octopi down here. That's gonna put that into the.
Oh, there's an Easter egg. There he is, Al the Octopus.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is it with a team like Detroit. We always, they're kind of painted into a corner that they've always done the same thing. You can't really do much that's new, and people accept it. That's why the reverse retros were so bad. This is great.
Yeah.
And and after their Winter Classic, where they absolutely nailed it, there are still good ideas in Detroit. They just have to be willing to do them.
Sure.
And if this came as a third jersey or a red version of a third jersey, I'd be very happy with it. I don't think it's at the level of this or, oh God, we've lost some.
Yeah, of course we did.
Oh God. Okay, I need you to support that for a second.
Are we going A tier in this one?
I think this is an A.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm okay with that.
Scotch tape is not looking so bad now, is it?
Well, you just
don't push your agenda.
The magnets are all curled, and you have to uncurl them a bit. That's all.
I'll give a heat press or anything like that.
Unfurl them. We got one more one-off event. The Bruins what? The Bruins what? To celebrate their game 1 where they beat the Montreal Maroons 2-1. Now that's a hint.
It's hard to do both.
And then the focus is all off.
Okay, well...
Oh, it's worse. Oh, that was better. No.
Better or worse? Oh, there you go. All right, now pan down to the patch. Tilt down to the patch. Pan is left and right.
Nice.
So they took essentially the 80s jersey. They extended the last stripe to give gold cuffs. They did a good job dropping it all around. To the point where this is... We talked, if this was a rebrand, if this was like a soft launch of a rebrand, we'd be okay with it. And it looks like it is.
Yeah.
I don't think the gold cuffs have lasted. It's just more straight up the 80s version. I have no problem with that. I think this is...
It's a good look.
It's a good look.
Yeah.
As I love Boston's current look. I hope the bear ends up on the shoulders somehow still. But after, 17 years is this look? Like, it's okay to change.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a good lateral move. It's good. It's good. Is this also A?
I would say low A, high B. So I would put it down here somewhere.
Okay.
Nice.
Now, the fun ones. The NHL All-Star Game. But wait, there wasn't one. Because the NHL did something absolutely ridiculous and created the Four Nations Face-Off, which I think all of us just went meh until it happened. And of course, everything that happened along with it, all of the news and the politics made it far more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You were just like, no one should care about this. But it was amazing ratings. It was top of everything. So we start with, let's see, what team is this, Phil? This is your jersey.
I know.
You got it wrong in the unboxing.
I'm purposely not answering.
And people made fun of you then.
Because he's being a jerk, so.
Because you can't?
No, I'm purposely not saying anything. Continue.
I can't tell if he's being serious or if he really can't answer it.
I feel like he's digging in, and I love it.
Oh, that's dot here, okay?
Nice. Team Finland.
So, we have a two-tone logo. They put plenty of detail here in the little crest.
Oh, no, you're not getting jersey cam out.
Wow. Just because you don't know who Finland is.
I love it.
We also have these little flowers, which are part of the royal crest, pressed in. This was Fanatics trying to show here's what we can do. And they did a good job.
Yeah.
They did. There's also a slight difference in the cut, that these are no longer the dress effect.
Thank goodness, because that was one of the worst things about Adidas.
It's a straight shot down, and if they fix that, then I will be extremely pleased. We haven't seen it on the standards yet. Everything about this is very solid.
Yep.
Is the puck logo and the Four Nations patch a little redundant? Yeah, but I do hope they get away from this collar. This collar has done no good for hockey jerseys. It's big, it's meaty. I don't know why you need this, and I hope they make adjustments. But if this is the launch for Fanatics product,
yep,
I'm down.
Yep.
Now the question is, where does it rank?
I'm gonna go ahead of Boston, but not quite.
Okay.
Detroit for this one in particular.
Yeah, no, I mean it's very fun. It's very fun.
And I think we started with a good one, but I think it's going to get better from here.
Okay, who's next?
I don't know who's next. All right.
So was it still with new with tag? All on WT action.
It's so good. It's so good. This pressed feature is going to be a thing. That's going to be the dimples of Fanatics.
Go ahead. He's going to zoom. So if you want to. You any closer on the maple leaves on a vine?
You can see it.
And they've started doing that a little bit with the little hidden Easter eggs and what was it? Oh, San Jose did them a little bit. But I feel like there's, like you said, there's this pressed feature in here.
And it's throughout. The crest is fantastic.
Stunning.
The vintage white is a great choice. It does, and each team only had one jersey. You had to make them stand out. Now, granted, it's the only red jersey, but the vintage white helps. The fact they also did all 4 different number fonts, they totally could have gone away with not.
Yeah.
It's good. It was a chunk. I don't love our modern that the stripes just end, but that's just a trend that's not going to die.
No.
Now, these are the ones that EPS would not customize.
They will not do this, no.
Well, and I can tell you why, because it's the ones coming up. And I've lost Boston already.
And you're about to
lose.
And we've lost viewers.
That by putting the jerseys over top to show them, I'm having further issues.
I'm going to slide this. I'm going to slide these down here. I'm going to put this at the top.
Putting it ahead of Detroit?
Yeah. I think that belongs right in there. It's a stunning jersey.
I am not nearly as blown away by this one, but I do like it.
USA.
Home of the Borger.
What is your take on the shadow effect of this jersey?
Within here?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic. Good use of silver. Really creates a nice contrast and makes it stand out beveled.
I just don't like how it feels.
Yeah, it's a very weird rubber. It's a rubbery feel.
Oh yeah.
I imagine it would catch on everything.
Like scuff on that or something.
Way back in early football, like all those vertical strips they had on jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Those were pieces of leather to grip the ball. Like this is that same idea, but with no real reason behind it.
Design element.
The shadow thing I don't like are these shadow stripes, which was like the main thing people talked about initially. And there's
yeah, you can kind of see them.
I guess it's more visible in person. What was it? 26. There was an Olympics where they had the national anthem. I want to say of Slovakia as the stripes. They get pinstriped.
That's something.
And everyone went nuts over it. And then when you looked in game, you literally couldn't see it. It serves no purpose. Yeah. And they also, E pluribus unum is stamped.
Can we hire a camera person, please?
Yeah, okay. I guess I'll go back there and do it. I'm going to go do camera. And
Good.
Bill's going to come out here.
Look, as far as USA jerseys go, it is a good USA jersey. Yeah. It's solid. There's way worse.
That's going to get a captain's patch.
Oh, what did they do? A shield for it?
A shield.
Yeah.
Cool.
But they didn't have it when they first came out with them. That was a last-minute addition for their jerseys.
So it's good. It's not great. It's certainly not surpassing anything on the Miracle on Ice.
Oh my God! What happened?
Your Ducks was an F. I think the world is trying to tell you.
Okay. Before or after Canada, Detroit, Finland?
Oh no! It's here at best.
Oh, okay.
Again, there is nothing wrong with it. It did all the things asked.
It's an 89.5.
Back in the day, that's triggering. Back in the day, this would have been like, oh, I did all the things, I got a C, because C used to be average. Now I did all the things, gets an A. So this is our modern grade inflation. And then the coup de grace.
Once you got this and you had it on your door down there, like that's when it really caught my attention. From a distance, this is no different. From a distance.
Yeah, no, this is every other Sweden jersey ever.
Yeah.
Like Sweden's always had the same Sweden jersey. Even with the Nike Swift era, they still were like, no, we're Sweden. We just do the Sweden.
But the devil's in the details.
It is absolutely. So zoom in on the crowns.
Can you stop moving it?
No.
I say move it more, John. Oh, that's stunning.
Actually, if you check that focus one more time.
That is... That inlay is so gorgeous.
Now, that's good. It's great. That's great. What's truly was like, I need one, was when you flipped it to the back. And this was not advertised. And as soon as we opened Phil's and I saw this, it's like, oh, I need one.
That's gorgeous.
That is the greatest number kid I've ever seen.
And this is standard Fanatics. It's not like a tiered system to where you get like a standard number kit. And like this is what they were pumping out for fans.
I want to say that one exists. I want to say I saw one at and look, it could have been a fake for all I know.
Yeah, I don't think they made the Fanatics version.
Like the breakaway version.
Breakaway one.
The Swedish flag here? Like, come on, man.
The details are great. It's great. And the font is excellent. And there's, I'd be remiss if where is the jock tag part of it? I know it's on here somewhere. There is a Viking ship. Did yours not have the Viking? There's a Viking ship on. Maybe it was only on one of those last minute editions. Because I don't see it. That, like this is truly outstanding, and that's why EPS is not doing them. I don't blame them.
No,
yeah, no, I can't imagine they have any of the machines to make that happen.
And those were in such high demand. I mean, they flat out ran out and said that we're not doing anymore, and then all of a sudden we're starting to do more. I just saw a post on Reddit the other day saying that, like, here's somebody, I think Hockey Authentics got a new batch of them in or something like that.
I was lucky enough I found one on eBay and actually paid slightly below retail, and I was thrilled.
Yeah. Is this the best jersey of 24-25?
I still maintain that the Columbus is the best. The details in this are superb, but from a distance, you don't notice any of it. Okay. It is Easter egg. It is a big Easter egg. It's a noticeable Easter egg when you're up close. Okay. My only question to you is it better or worse than the Blackhawks Winter Classic?
That's the complete package right there.
Okay.
Chicago is the whole thing.
So, that's the year. Phil, can you pan across and go through our list so we can recap it for the nice people at home? I'm focusing first. So, oh, you got to go up one more. Yes, there's above A. So I genuinely believe it's the best Columbus Blue Jackets jersey ever. Fight me on that in the comments. Chicago with their Winter Classic, absolutely excellent. Out of nowhere, they came up with a great jersey. Four Nations face off with Sweden, and it's unbelievably good inlays. Team Canada, fantastic. Nailed it right off the bat. Not needing to use black in it either is very nice. Detroit Stadium Series, fantastic. Nothing wrong with the Finland, and the details are excellent. Boston, probably soft launching a rebrand, works really well. Team USA, it's good. There is nothing wrong with it,
No.
but it's not setting the world on fire. But I don't think a Team USA jersey ought to. In the B range, we have the Mighty Ducks are back in orange.
Can you say the Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, I did. I started and I was going to correct myself. I'm
are
like,
we gonna
no,
get paid
you know
this
what?
month,
No.
or are we just going to dump it into our lawsuit?
The Capitals 50th, lazy, but at least it's fine. The Kings are fine. Utah is fine. Yes, all those have differences. The white for Anaheim is not as good. It's not as good. And in last place for the year is the St. Louis's.
You
But
put a
not
blue
failing.
note. You put a blue note, and it changes that.
And that's
jersey.
why it's not failing. Like it is. You put that roundel that already exists there. You have a great jersey. You have something up probably in the A tier. It's not Chicago, but it's probably A tier.
Yeah.
And they whiffed. They whiffed to maintain historical accuracy. But as you've said many times, would anyone have noticed? Would anyone have cared?
Yeah.
So they made a poor decision on that one. So that's 24-25 in review. All the new jerseys. Any final thoughts? Phil, any thoughts? It's your collection.
No.
I have one
People
final
want more
thought.
Phil, and he's just like, no.
I feel like Scotch tape would have served us here, but we didn't get it until late in the game.
Look, if I didn't have to like drape it over top, this would have worked fine. If we didn't have the jerseys to show, there would have been no problems because we've never had that issue before.
I feel like he was holding the Scotch tape out of like spite and vindictiveness. He was watching us flail, like, you know.
I mean, he does enjoy doing that.
I know, it's fair. I respect that. Okay, I don't know what else to say.
I need my cue.
Oh, he's waiting on his cue. He follows
cue.
instructions now. Well, he's Shrems. I'm John. Phil, why don't you take us out?
Don't forget hit that like and subscribe.
And now he can't follow his instructions, but can't do
Is
it.
that shelf coming down?
It might be a little crooked here. Don't forget to like that. It could be for how much weight's back there. Yeah, it could. I'm waiting for it to crush me during an episode.
You're not that lucky.
I would still upload it if you got severely injured. I'd still upload
Are you
it.
kidding? That's how we go viral.
That's how we pay your medical.
Don't forget to hit like and
bills.
subscribe, ring the bell, get notifications to see if I ever get crushed by the books behind me, and come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
I really wish I had a couple books to drop as a sound effect.
You're adjusting a camera. You don't even know what you're seeing.